I am so pained. I am in so much agony as I speak to you all today. I am so angry. Guys, if you have ever met a registered nurse in your life, you will agree with me that they are wonderful people. They do all they can, even as far as improvising, to make sure they give quality care to patients and clients they meet. However, it is not favorable for nurses sometimes. I know most nurses are well to do, have good working condition and earn good salary, but majority are not. Now guys, I graduated from university in 2014 precisely. My school fees was so expensive. It took my parents a lot to send me through school. University is really expensive. After graduating, guys, the first job I got was 25,000 naira. That's not even up to 20 pounds. And I was paying transport to go to that job. The day I got my offer of employment, I sat in our sitting room and I wept. I remembered all the school fees my mom paid. I remember the transportation fee. I remember the handout fee, accommodation fee, nursing uniform fee, to mention but a few. And now having finished from the university and being paid 25,000 naira with so much stress. By the time I pay transport to work, by the time I feed at work, what I'm getting as a take home is not up to 10,000 naira. I did that until I got married. Now, guys, I so much love my country, Nigeria. I'm so in love with this country. But my love for this country was never reciprocated. My husband was in the United Kingdom doing his master's, and then while he wanted to marry me, he pleaded with me that immediately after our marriage that we should go back to United Kingdom, that's where I could practice as a nurse there. I said no. I love Nigeria. I was trained as a nurse in Nigeria. I will practice as a nurse in Nigeria. My husband came back to Nigeria and we all stayed in Nigeria. Guys, up until the day I left Nigeria, I never got a government work. I kept on applying, no job. I had to work in a private, and every patient I nurse would tell me, you're not a product of Nigeria, leave. Each time they tell me that, I feel like, no, it's not right. I love my country. I'm going to practice as a nurse in Nigeria. Oh, I love Nigeria. A time came when the money was not what I wanted. I choose to leave Nigeria. Guys, trust me, if I had a good job in Nigeria, if I was treated the way I should be treated as a nurse in Nigeria, if I have good job in Nigeria, a good paying job, I wouldn't have left Nigeria. Honestly speaking, that's how I love my country. I so much love Nigeria. But guys, thousands of nurses are going through the same situation. Some are still earning a minimum of 30,000 naira salary. That is barely enough to cater for themselves and their family. Thousands do not even have a job. Now, don't get me wrong. I know thousands of nurses have good job, but the ones that have good job compared to the ones that are struggling are much more, because the ones that are struggling have no good job, are being paid minimal salary and more. And now, guys, these nurses are now migrating to earn a better life. These nurses are now leaving their country to another country just because they want better lives for themselves and for their family. And now, guys, guess what? On the 22nd of December 2023, the NMC verification portal was closed. Now, 6 weeks after, February 6th or February 7th, 2024, the Nursing and Midwifery Council have thrown a bomb that for nurses to be verified, it has to take minimum of 6 months. Now, guys, I stand to be corrected. In countries like Canada, In countries like United States of America, in countries like United Kingdom, it takes within 24 to 48 hours for verification to take place. But my own country is not saying that it has to take a minimum of 6 months. That's not all. They are now saying when you graduate from the uni or when you finish from a nursing school, you have to practice for at least 2 years before they can verify you. Now, guys, permit me to say verification simply means saying this nurse is licensed to practice. So now, guys, for me, I spent 5 years in the university, and when I graduated, I waited for another 2 years to go for my national youth service, total of 7 years. So after I have spent 7 years, they want us to still practice for another 2 years before they can verify you. Do we still have rights? Now, guys, that's not all. They are also saying that before they can verify you, you have to get a letter from your employer, your current employer, and from also your last place where you study to prove that you have good standing. Guys, so if your employer hates you for no reason, if your employer doesn't want you to migrate and they don't give you, meaning you cannot be verified. Now, even the verification fee is outrageous. Many nurses can barely survive, and now the verification fee is outrageous. Guys, lots and thousands of nurses are suffering. They put smiles on faces of thousands and millions, yet within them they are suffering. Guys, is this fair? Is this inhuman? Is this not limitation? And is this not dictatorship? If this is not, guys, then please, guys, tell me what it is. From on the 1st of March 2024, according to the circular, all this will be put into place. Now, guys, I'm going to share some clip with you to prove to you that many nurses are suffering. And these nurses who are suffering, they want to leave, but they are trying to put limitations so that these nurses cannot leave. School fees my parents paid for me while in uni amounted to millions. Guys, watch this clip I'm about to share for you of how some nurses are still earning 30,000 naira with the high cost of living, how some nurses are still underpaid, how some are being maltreated by sometimes patients and they can't even access free health treatment despite what they are going through. Now, guys, watch this.
Has embarked on 5 days training and sensitization of the newly recruited 1,000 healthcare personnel in the state. He assured that the newly recruited healthcare personnel will enjoy the 30,000 naira minimum wage.
It was attacked from behind by a patient, not even a relation. He had an injury, so confusion. The boy is wearing neck collar till today. He had to go and do CT scan. He has not been able MRI. He has not been able to do it, and nobody is talking about.
Are jobless. They have no jobs for them, and yet they are trying to limit them. Is this fair? Is this not limitation? Is this not inhuman? Of course, I'm a Nigerian nurse practicing in the United Kingdom, and of course, I can't get verification to go to other countries simply because my country says it has to be a minimum of 6 months. And I have to get a letter from my current employer to prove that I have a good standard behavior. Guys, nurses are losing opportunity. Permit me to share this with you. Now, I'm not going to post this. I'm just going to read this. Somebody sent me this, and I will read as stated here. Cancellation of job offer. Due to the recent announcement from the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, this company is no longer accepting applications from Nigeria nurses unless the applicant has CGFNS report. We are deeply sorry for this new development and we hope you can reapply to this company in the near future. You don't have jobs for these people and they are doing all they can to earn a living, and you are saying no? Is this fair? Is this not inhuman? Guys, Guys, I really don't know what to say anymore. Honestly speaking, I'm short of words. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and we'll pray and we'll see by the grace of God that God will intervene. Yes, God will intervene. Yes, and we have to come out as a body. We have to stand as one to make sure that God intervenes. Thank you.